Welcome back guys. In this video tutorial I am going to set up a new sensor that is H3LIS331DL. Let's move on to the website controleverything.com and here search on for this sensor so that we can have an overall view for this sensor, which says that H3LIS331DL is a 3-axis linear accelerometer. It's an I2C mini module, as you can see, and it has a dynamically selectable scale or full scale range is plus minus 100G, 200G and 400G, and it's a 16-bit data output and the result will be there. You can also purchase this sensor from this very site. Well, for today's video tutorial I'm going to interface the sensor with a Raspberry Pi and a Java code, and here comes the Java code as in the resource tab, and this is the Java code sample we are looking forward to explore. But we can also download the code as a zip file from this very link. Also, we can have the code from GitHub repository and it's called Control Everything Community. Now, I want to set up the sensor. We need to hardware accessories, and let's have a look over that and set up some connections there. Now this here is our sensor, that is H3LIS331DL accelerometer. Now we require a Raspberry Pi, which you are able to see on my screen, and these are the GPIO pins of the Pi. Now to make a connection with the sensor, with the Raspberry Pi, and to make further with other I2C devices and make a simple way to make this connection, we need this, an I2C shield. Now this is available on the website controleverything.com, and gently place this I2C shield over the GPIO pins of the Raspberry Pi. Now to make a connection with the sensor and the I2C shield, the binding factor is this connecting cable. So make this connection among the sensor and the cable, and while making this connection, make sure that the brown wire of the cable should be connected to the ground terminal of the sensor, and similarly we have to follow this rule for the I2C shield. Now we need to power up our Raspberry Pi, and here comes a micro USB cable into the picture. Now gently insert it over the power jack and let it done. Finally, we need an internet connection so that we can connect with the internet. So for that we require an Ethernet cable, which you are able to see on my screen, and gently insert it over the Ethernet jack. In case if we don't have this, we can also use a wireless Wi-Fi nano adapter module so that we can connect it. So just insert it over the USB port and you can leave it, and it might save your day for the internet connection. So we are done with the connections part. What we require is our code so that we can interface the sensor along with the Raspberry Pi. Let's have it. As we are done with the connections part, now let's have a look over the Java code so that we can interface our sensor H3LIS331DL with the Raspberry Pi. And for that, log into github.com, and here we have to search for the repository, that is Control Everything Community, which you are able to see on my screen. Now please log in here and here search for the sensor, that is H3LIS331, as you can see on my screen, DL. Now that's correct, and here comes the Java code. Let's have a look over the instructions we need to follow before pursuing the code. It says that we have to download and install Pi4j library on the Raspberry Pi, and the steps to install Pi4j are provided on this very link. Let's have a link view so that we can have clarification regarding the steps for the procedure. Now you can see the installation commands, process, everything is there. Please note it down carefully. Now this is the command to compile the Java code, and this is to run the Java code. Now get back to Java code. As you can see, it's a .java extension file. Yes. Now as you see, first of all in the code we have imported some of the libraries so that we can have all the functionalities regarding the code. Now we have created a public class named H3LIS331DL, and we have bus.getDevice for the sensor, which will have the address of the sensor, that is 0x182. Now in the writing section part, we have selected control register 1 having address 0x20, and we are sending the command to enable X, Y and Z access. Power on mode, data rate equal to 50 Hz, and that's 0x27. And next we are selecting the control register 4 having address 0x23, and the command is full scale for plus minus 100G and continuous update mode for 0x00. Here comes the writing command. Now we want to get the data back, and we are reading 6 bytes of acceleration data for 3 perpendicular axes X, Y and Z, as you can see. Now here comes the conversion of the data, which is according to the datasheet procedure we have followed for the sensor H3 list 331DL. At the very end of our code, we have the output data on the screen, which you can see in the acceleration for X, Y, and Z axis. And yeah, here it comes. Now what do we require is to show the working of this Java code along with the sensor and the Raspberry Pi. Let's have a look over that also. Now for the working environment, first of all, we have to copy this Java code as you can see on my screen. Copy this entire Java code and open up the terminal for the Raspberry Pi. As you can see here, create a new file, h3list 331dl.java extension, and paste the entire code and save it. Now this is the command to compile, as you can see on my screen, and here we go. The code is being compiled. It's done. Now this is the command to run the Java code, and as you can see, we have the acceleration data for the 3 axis. Now the data is almost stable because the sensor has no motion. But when I try to move the sensor, you can see the change in acceleration data for the 3 perpendicular axes, that is X, Y, and Z axis. Yeah, that's correct. Here we go. The change in all the 3 axes for the acceleration data. So this is how Java code works along with the sensor H3list331DL. Now what do we require to see the benefits and the features along with the applications of the sensor H3list331DL? Let's have it. The H3list331DL is a low power, high performance 3-axis linear accelerometer belonging to the Nano family with digital I2C SPI serial interface standard output. Now the device features ultra low power operational modes that allow advanced power saving and smart sleep to wake up functions. The sensor has dynamically user selectable full scale of plus minus 100G, plus minus 200G, plus minus 400G, and it is capable of measuring accelerations with output data rate from 0.5 Hz to 1 kHz. Now it's used in wide range of applications such as shock detection, impact recognition and logging, and concussion detection. You can purchase the sensor H3list331DL from the website controleverything.com, and you can have the code from the resource tab, and after that you can download it as a zip file. Also you can have the code from github.com, and you can download it from the repository, that's Control Everything Community. Now in the end, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you have any queries, you can contact us on controleverything.com, and you can post your comments, your queries on community page. Also for the articles and blogs, you can reach us on instructables.com. And if you want to subscribe more video tutorials, you can have a look over our YouTube channel. In the end, I hope you enjoyed this video and have yourself a good one. Thanks a lot for watching.